All right, more order of operations. Yay! And these ones get a little longer, so a few more steps to keep track of, but the very same idea. I just want to point out similar worksheet as last time. Again, the problems are just longer. So remember, what is our acronym for remembering the order? It is PEMDAS. And again, some people write it where the D is underneath the M, but I choose to do it like this because M and D are like the same step. Sometimes I actually will do like DM, or I might do SA, just depending on which is written first. So what does P stand for? Parentheses. Okay, or sometimes they are brackets. Exponents we don't need to worry about this year. We have multiplying and dividing, or again, sometimes we see dividing then multiplying. We have adding and subtracting, or sometimes we see subtracting then adding. And I'll try and show you some examples of where we would subtract first this time. So let's just dive right into some examples. The first one, 4 minus 2 plus 5 times 9 minus 3. I know we went from 2 operations to 4, so again, we got a bit harder. If you need help with it, no problem. But let's start with our parentheses. So we do have, that was weird. We do have parentheses. 4 minus 2 is 2. I'm going to write everything I haven't used yet. All right, now I can see, okay, don't need to worry about exponents. Do I have any multiplying and dividing? Yes, I do. I have 5 times 9. 5 times 9 is 45. I haven't used the 2 or the plus. I haven't used the minus or the 3. Notice how I keep it in the same order. I just replace the 5 times 9 with what 5 times 9 is. Now I get to my adding and subtracting. So I just do it from left to right once I get there. 2 plus 45 is 47. 47 minus 3 is 44. All right. Again, notice how it makes this like upside down pyramid shape, upside down triangle. And I write down every step to keep track of which numbers I have or have not used yet. Let's look at another example, because I think with a lot of these, there we go. Just seeing more can be helpful. So I'm going to do, this one is going to have multiple things happening inside the parentheses, which happens sometimes. Okay, so PEMDAS, or PEMSA, if you're switching some of those. Okay, so in my parentheses, where I'm going to start, notice how I have subtracting and multiplying. Which comes first? Well, multiplying. So even inside my parentheses, that's where I'm going to start. I don't just do my parentheses left to right. So I have 35. I have 8 minus that. Whoopsies, Mrs. Morrison chose a bad example because this is going to be negative. Sorry about that. Let's pretend that this was 48. Okay, sorry about that. Again, I still have things to do inside my parentheses, so I don't get rid of them yet. Plus 9 divided by 3. I'm going to keep going with what's inside my parentheses. Okay, 48 minus 35 is 13. Now I can write everything I haven't used. So I did my parentheses. I'm going to keep going. Multiplying, dividing. Do I have any? Yes, I do. I have some dividing over here. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 13 plus 3. And then that gives me 16 as my answer. Again, kind of makes that upside down triangle shape, or like a funnel, as I get smaller and smaller and fewer things left to do each time. Let's take another look at it. Look at another example, and hopefully this one will work. All right. Didn't write the E that time because we don't actually need it for this year. So parentheses, we don't have any. Multiplying, dividing. Okay, we have multiplying over here. 4 times 7 is 28. Again, this is what got replaced by the 28, but I still need everything else in the same order. Now I can get to my adding and subtracting. I don't always do my adding first. In this case, I'm going to subtract first because it comes to the left. 10 minus 2 is 8 plus 28, and then I get 36 as my final answer. If you were to try putting this into your calculator, it does not always work because your calculator might try to do 2 plus 4 or 10 minus 2, 8, and then add on 4 and then multiply by 7, which will give you a different answer. So make sure that you really are thinking about this order and doing it by hand in that order. All right. Couple more examples that I've chosen for various reasons. One of them has the next one has a double parentheses. Okay, and actually I'm going to, no, never mind. So, parentheses. Parentheses first. 6 minus 1 is 5. I'm going to write everything. Sometimes it can be helpful to sort of write it in reverse to make sure you have enough space. Now I'm going to say, okay, multiplying, dividing. Multiplying, dividing comes next. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Write down everything I have not used yet. Get to adding and subtracting. Again, I'm going to subtract first on this one because it's on the left. I get 27 plus 5 equals 32. Notice how I don't put any equal signs because I'm just figuring out an equivalent expression each time. We're simplifying the expression or we're finding an equivalent expression. We're using the order of operations to do that. So yes, we're using the order of operations to get an equivalent expression, an expression that's worth the same amount. Or you could say we're simplifying, okay, but we're always using the order of operations to do that. Now, it won't always say use the order of operations, but anytime you're getting an answer and you have an expression like that, you should use the order of operations to do it. That is just a given in math that we are using them. All right, so this is what I mean by a double parentheses. Okay, sometimes it's with parentheses within a parentheses. So I will start with the innermost parentheses. 3 times 2 is 6. I still have these outer parentheses. Just like sometimes if there's 2 things to do inside parentheses, I keep them. Now I keep going with my parentheses. 6 minus 4 is 2. Multiply and divide. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 1 equals 15. All right. I know the video is getting a little long. Let me just show you one more thing. If I had something like 3 times 5 plus 6 times 9 minus 7, okay? I can do this parentheses first. It really doesn't matter because I'll do 15 plus 6 times 9, 7. Then I'll do this parentheses. If you happen to do them in the other order, it really actually won't end up making a difference as long as you do those parentheses before you do other things. So then I have my adding. That would be 69 minus 7 is 62. If you want more examples, let me know. Otherwise, good luck. You can do it. Remember that order of operations, PEMDAS.